Hey, what's up you guys? It's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to go into chapter 19 of 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. Things are starting to definitely heat up in this book, so let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off the video now. You have been warned. Excuse me. The dark shape of Oliver's head emerging from behind the closet door. Why the fuck didn't he take the shot? He barked. Red's eyes adjusted to the darkness, built a home there in it. I don't know, Arthur said, breathless, pulling his hand back inside the RV and stopping the recording on his phone. A deflated double beep. Red did the same, hooking the window shade back down to the bottom. More double-tone beeps from the others' phones as they withdrew from the windows. The ringing in Red's ears faded, taking over by the ever-present static. I don't understand, Maddie said, frustrated, slumping down on the booth. He did it last time. The walkie-talkie crackled on the table and Maddie flinched, jumping away from it. Was that for me? The voice came through in a low hiss. You already have my full attention. A new sound through the speaker. Metal grating on metal, the sound of the rifle cocking. It cut out, and the static took over again. Filled the room, filled Red's head. But the cocking gun, it stayed somehow, working its way down into her bones. She could feel it in the turn of her elbow and the bend of one knee. Fuck. The shape of Oliver stood up, resting his closet door against the driver's seat. That should have worked. It doesn't. That should have worked. Aside from Raina, because Red knew Maddie's size, and that wasn't it. Raina's silhouette floated away from the windshield. He's only going to shoot now if he sees one of us try to leave the RV, isn't he? She said, but Red couldn't see her eyes and didn't know who she was talking to. Again, Simon said, his voice drawing closer in the darkness behind her. I'm not nominating myself for self-sacrificing duty. He didn't sound drunk anymore. Maybe you're right. Oliver replied, close enough now that Red could make out his face. Just the glint of his eyes and the glint of his teeth. Maybe those first shots at the RV were just to scare us, but now that we know what this is about and what he wants, he'll only shoot and stop one of us from getting away. The long-winded way of saying exactly what Raina just had. Red wondered if he did that to her a lot, so maybe, Maddie said uncertainly, and Red could picture the look on her face, the exact pull in her eyes and fold in her mouth. Maybe we make it look like one of us is leaving the RV. That's how we bait the shot. Oliver nodded his head. Just what I was going to say. We make him think one of us is escaping out the door, enough to take the shot. How without actually getting shot? Simon replied. Are we going to build a fake human or something? That's exactly what we're going to do, Simon. The trace of a smile on Oliver's voice now. Red bets that he somehow thought it was all his idea, even though it was Raina, Maddie, and Simon who'd reasoned it out. Red, he said then. He read her thoughts. Can you hit the lights? She stepped toward the refrigerator and reached up to click the lights back on. Even on their lowest setting, the brightness of the dim overhead lights made her eyes water, rebuilding the RV and the six of them from the darkness. Maddie squinted at Red, a nod to ask if she was okay. Red nodded back. And what are we going to build a fake human out of? Raina asked, now not disguising the doubt in her voice. Well, we already have the closet door. Oliver gestured back to his shield. That could be the body if we put one of my hoodies over it. The mop, Simon said, louder than he needed. We snap it in half and those could be the arms inside the sleeves. Oliver nodded, considering it. Oh, Maddie interjected. I have a beach ball in my suitcase, not blown up yet, but that could be the head, right? That could work, Oliver said. No, it couldn't. What were they all talking about? Even on her worst day, Red didn't look like a closet door with stick mop arms and a giant beach ball head. The shooter would never believe it was one of them. He had a telescope sight mounted to his rifle, but she didn't say anything. How could she say anything? That was part of the plan. Red looked over at Arthur and Raina. They were silent like her. Oliver clapped, and oh my God, he had to stop doing that. Right, Maddie, can you grab one of my hoodies, the green one? Raina grabbed the mop. Simon, bring me the duct tape. Red, come with me, Maddie said, pulling on Red's sleeve. She didn't want to walk into the back bedroom on her own, and sure, because even though the RV was 31 feet, Red had been in the same 10 feet for far too long. She followed Maddie past the kitchen and the bunks through the open door into the back bedroom. Maddie flicked on the light. The black and white patterned sheets on the bed were crumpled under the weight of a blue suitcase. That must be Raina's, Maddie said, walking past the foot of the bed to a large closet along the back right as they faced it. This isn't going to work, Red said. Now that it was just the two of them and Oliver couldn't hear this plan, the shooter will never believe it's a person. He might, Maddie said, reaching for the handle and pulling the closet open. There was a long mirror on the inside of the door. Red hadn't known it was there. She flinched as it doubled the people in the room, catching eyes with herself over Maddie's shoulder. Would you think Closet Beach Ball Mop Man was real if you saw him out and about? She asked, looking at Maddie's reflection. I might at a quick glance. Why don't you just ask him out while you're at it? You've had cute kids. Red made a face at her in the mirror, eyes wide and nostrils flared, wrinkles disappearing and freckles on her nose. Mom used to pull the same face at her in the mirror opposite their kitchen table, making Red laugh over sugar-coated cornflakes. Red pushed the memory away. It wasn't Mom in the mirror, it was her and Maddie, and that didn't help anybody. It never did. Put her away. Red needed to focus on tonight, on the people still here, not the ones who were gone and never coming back. Maddie bent low back to her, blocking the view, but in the mirror, Red could see Maddie's double riffling through Oliver's open suitcase on the floor of the closet. 2 Maddies, 2 Reds. Wait a second. The mirror, Red said quietly. I'm not sure, the idea's still forming. Can't we use the mirror to make a double of one of us, a reflection? She tried to imagine it in her head, placing the mirror at the door of the RV, recreating the angles. She couldn't quite get there on her own, not all the way. At the door, can't we? She trailed off, but Maddie's reflection had straightened up now, staring her dead in the face. Dead in the eyes. That's brilliant, she said. That is the end of this chapter. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!